As many of you know, ranking all of the roller coasters in each park I visit is a popular video series on this channel, but the caveat is that the park must have at least 5 operating coasters to qualify for its own video. Just last week, I had the chance to ride SeaWorld San Diego's 5th coaster, Emperor, which means I'm now able to make a designated countdown video for my home park. Since I come here all the time, I don't often think about how unique our coaster lineup is. Technically speaking, 3 of our 5 coasters are multi-launch coasters, and only one of them is a traditional lift hill ride. With an interesting collection comes an interesting ranking, which is why our bottom spot isn't a kids coaster like most amusement parks, but actually a single rail inverting coaster. Titled Twister opened in 2019 and has been closed more than it's been open at the park. It's been a disaster since opening, as the manufacturer Skyline Attractions hasn't been known to build the most exciting or reliable attractions. The world's first Horizon model is a slight improvement over the original model at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, but that isn't saying much since that's debatably one of the worst coasters ever built. This one certainly isn't quite as rough, but is very boring, has horrible restraints, and very few forces. The only way Titled Twister is worth doing at all is if you ride in the very front and are pulled over the airtime hill backwards. It's still very weak floater, but is the one redeeming quality unless you like hang time where you're being uncomfortably held by bulky over-the-shoulder restraints. Believe me when I tell you that the lineup only goes uphill from here, with her number 4 spot Journey to Atlantis. While much of the immersion of this ride has deteriorated over the years, I still very much enjoy this Mach water coaster. The first half consists of a large drop into the water and a relaxing journey around the ride's beautiful facade. Then you traverse a really cool tilting elevator lift hill system, and then a brief roller coaster section with decent forces. It's honestly a pretty good ride for what it offers, though I do think there were some missed opportunities from a theming perspective. Ranking in the top 3 just barely is Electric Eel, a Premier Ride Skyrocket 2 coaster. Now, most coaster enthusiasts really enjoy these rides, but after riding several around the country, I have to say I'm not much of a fan of them. I find the forces to be uncomfortable, the trains to be uncomfortable, and the ride is very, very short. It does have its moments like the airtime pop cresting the spike and the twisted drop in the back row, but that's all I really enjoy about it. That and has a pretty decent third launch, but it's not enough to rank it any higher. I was actually contemplating Atlantis over Electric Eel, but I recognize the popular opinion and do admit that this is a better overall coaster experience. Now, the top 2 lineup is really what makes SeaWorld San Diego worth a visit, even if it is a much weaker top 2 as many of the other parks in the SeaWorld chain. First up is the Mach multi-launch coaster Manta. This ride opened in 2012 and was supposed to cater more towards a family audience, but it actually packs in some decent thrills. The entire layout has to stay under 30 feet due to a height limitation on this side of the park, so the park got creative and dug the layout into these trenches. This makes for one of the best entrances of any coaster and some amazing visual opportunities. But it's not like this is a unique family ride and that's it. No, I've ridden this thing over 300 times and I still haven't gotten tired of it. The forces are well balanced, airtime is shockingly great, and it even has some good theming and landscaping. SeaWorld went all out to make this one of the world's best family coasters, but in my opinion, they went a step above that. Though still, the park's newest roller coaster, Emperor, is my favorite by far now. I got to ride it 11 times during February's media day, but the ride officially opens on March 12th. SeaWorld is dubbing it California's first floorless dive coaster, as well as the tallest and fastest dive coaster in the state. Marketing aside, is San Diego's new tallest coaster really that good? I say yes. It lived up to my expectations and was well worth the wait. While I just uploaded an in-depth review breaking all of the elements down, I'd be more than happy to give you guys a brief overview. First of all, the view outlooking downtown San Diego, along with Mission Bay and its coastline, is one of the best views from any coaster out there. Then you have your signature holding break that the dive coaster is known for, before plunging down to earth at a 90-degree angle. After a few inversions and overbank turns, you then have an awesome zero-G roll and corkscrew, basically concluding the ride. So sure, it may be a short coaster with its 2,400 foot length, but I don't mind because they chose some of the best elements possible, and because Emperor may have some of the best pacing of any dive coaster. Definitely be sure to give it a ride March 12th because it is a historic ride for the city of San Diego. With that being said, I hope you all agree with my list, or at least show more of an interest to visit this park in the future. It's honestly crazy that I'm able to make this video at all, despite the fact that this park had no traditional coaster before 2012. Because of its rapid expansion, I'm really grateful to have this place so close to home, and I look forward to reading all of your comments down below. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in a future video. Bye guys.